Hi everyone, this is Royal Blue, or simply Blue, my mom's 6 years old eventing Belgian Warmblood Stallion. Jorvik Stables is hosting a 2-day event and I will be showing it with Blue, hence my little jumping practice with him. Blue is an absolute powerhouse. He's big, brave and athletic. He looks just like you would imagine an eventer would look like, but he's really sweet on the ground and very smart. Honestly, whenever I ride him, I'm actually super jealous of how good of a horse he is. But my mom's a professional horse trainer, so it goes without saying that she would raise such a brilliant eventer like Blue. I'm truly honored to be able to compete with him. The event is in 2 days, so I still have some time for preparation. Tomorrow, my mom will do some schooling for us, and the next day, I plan to just do some groundwork of repose with Blue. Today, I'm going to clean his stack, and then do some chores around the barn and go home, because it's already pretty late and I have my own private stuff to do as well. Hi, I just got to the barn. My mom will do some schooling for me and Blue in an hour after she's done with her last lesson. This means I have some time to get Blue ready. I'll have to tuck him up, he's in his stall, so let's not keep him waiting any longer. Blue is a pretty clean horse for a grey, so I just give him a quick brush off and pick his hooves, then put on his tack. I couldn't resist the little matchy-matchy with our outfits, so of course I color matched my polo shirt and his saddle pad and boots. My mom will help me with the final preparations today, and she'll also help me with braiding Blue's mane on the big day. Luckily, it's warm already, so we don't need to clip him because that's already been done. I'm going to slowly start warming up because I'm a bit early and my mom still isn't done with her lesson. There are some poles set down, but for now I just focus on warming Blue up in an active walk. I don't want to interrupt my mom's plans for today, you know. My mom arrived, so she's able to give me directions now and we can start training. First, we're supposed to just trot around, change directions and do some circles, and then add transitions as I please. After that, we'll move on to some simple pole work to make Blue think a bit more. Our next exercise is to go over those straight poles here in both directions. Blue tends to get a little fast over poles, so I'm supposed to keep him in the circle before we go over them to calm him down a little and work on his patience a bit. Our next exercise is riding over those square poles in a clover pattern. What we do is ride over 2 poles and turn into the same direction each time. First, I do the pattern turning right and then turning left. Blue is really nice and cooperative, and he does this perfectly. Then my mom tells me to canter, so we canter for a bit in both directions. After the canter, my mom tells me to jump this row of cavallettis 3 times and trot while she's going to prepare the jumps for us in the other part of the arena. Next, I go to the other part of the riding hall to finish our schooling session with jumping. My mom prepared some verticals for us to jump, so I quickly talked the course over with her and then trot and canter with Blue just a little more. After that, I start my jumping round. We're just popping him over a few easy jumps to make sure he's ready to compete. He's of course in perfect shape and condition, nothing that we haven't expected from him. As I said before, he's a powerhouse and you can really feel it when you jump him. I just love his flowing canter and how cooperative he is. He even compensates for the rider's mistakes, which is rare in young, relatively inexperienced horses. But again, he's very well trained, so that's just the usual for him. While cooling Blue down, I discussed everything with my mom. Basically, both me and Blue did great, and we have nothing to worry about. Now, I'm just going to go back to the barn, cool off Blue's legs, and then turn him out, while my mom tidies up the arena, takes the jumps down and everything. After that, I'm going to prepare Blue's dinner and start packing up for the show. The boys turned out, which means that I have to go back to the barn to prepare his food, so when he's back from the pasture he can have his dinner. Usually my mom is the one to make Blue's food, but today she's busy with organizing the last things before the show, since tomorrow she won't have time for that. I also have my own list of things to do. Today I'll just take some saddle pads home to wash them, and I'll clean Blue's jumping saddle. Here you can see me cleaning Blue's jumping saddle. I wanted it to be nice and shiny for the competition because I just love being fancy and shiny and glittery whenever I compete. So I'm back at home, it's 10 p.m. and I need to head to bed early. I have school tomorrow after all. See you. I'm here right after school I really wanted to be sure I get everything done before tomorrow. I'm going to give Blue a quick brush, then pop on a bridle and some leg wraps, and we'll be heading down to the riding hall. It's really important that we don't overwork Blue before the big day, but some pole work is going to be perfect for him to keep him in top shape before tomorrow. The dressage show is in the evening, so we'll be traveling to Jorvik Stables early in the morning to avoid busy traffic. As you can see in the footage, Blue has no issue with pole exercises. He actually looks to be having a lot of fun. He's a high energy horse too, so a daily dose of exercise is good for him and both his physical as well as mental well-being. Okay, so we're done with lunging. It was just a quick 20-minute practice. Long lunging sessions aren't too good for horses' joints, so I tend to avoid them. I usually stick to 30-minute routines tops. Now I'm just going to take Blue back to his stall and take care of packing up the last supplies for the show, like feed buckets and lead ropes. So I'm done packing up everything, and all that's left is getting it into the trailer, and then I can finally leave and go home. My mom packed up some stuff already, so all I'm going to do today is finish that, and then I can go home and rest. I need to study a bit too, and I need to go to sleep early, because we're going to the show like at 7 in the morning or so. Hi guys. Sorry, it's really early. It's 5:30 a.m. and I'm still in my pajamas. I have to put on my clothes and go to the barn to load Blue into the horse trailer. My mom drove us to SEC, and now it's 6:30 a.m. and it's time to load Blue into the trailer and go to Jorvik Stables. It's quite a drive, and we have dressers this evening, so the schedule is pretty tight if you ask me. We're supposed to arrive at Jorvik Stables around 9 a.m, so we'll still have time to get used to the new environment before we need to perform in dressage. Blue has his trailer boots on and he's ready to go, so I won't keep him waiting. Blue was really calm throughout the whole drive. He's honestly such a well-behaved horse. I'm almost jealous. He didn't move around much, and all he really did was just eat his hay, which was good. We took one stop at Wolf Hall Inn to have some coffee and quick breakfast, and that was when I checked on him in the trailer, just to be sure, but he was perfectly fine. He was such a good boy, really. We arrived around 9:30 and then I took Blue straight to the barn, so this is where we are now. He's alright, pretty curious about all the new horses around, but he doesn't seem stressed. I'll walk around now and see if I can buy anything cute for my horses or myself. Now that Blue had some time to get used to the new place, I want to ride him for a bit, just to get a feeling of how he is before the show. Jorvik Stables indoor arena is open for competitors, so this is where I'll take Blue. We still have around 3 hours up until the dressage test will begin, and I want to make sure how he is feeling stress-wise before the competition. Did great, as usual. He didn't feel tense or anything, maybe a little excited, but I can't blame him. I'm excited as well. I want to do the best job so my mom can be proud of both of us. I'm going to untack him now, let him rest, and go prepare myself for a dressage test. Look at us all prepared to show. Blue looks so good with his mane braided up. My mom helped me with his mane, that's why it looks so nice. I'm going to quickly warm him up. We have about 15 minutes until our turn. We were supposed to start earlier, but when our horse shows on time, am I right? I'm not complaining, at least it's a little warmer now, because the whole day happened to be unusually chilly. Seems a bit fresh, but I hope that won't affect our dressage routine. I try to collect him a bit and do a lot of circles, and that seems to do the trick. While leaving the warm-up arena, Blue decided that those particular balloons were super scary and refused to go past them for a solid while. He even started rearing, but eventually I managed to calm him down and he finally walked next to those scary balloons. He didn't pay attention to any other ones though. Soon after that little shenanigan, we begin our test.
Now entering the ring are Riley Hayward, riding Royal Blue, a gorgeous 6 years old Belgian warm blood stallion.
Blue did so well. He's good at dressage as well as jumping and cross country, which I can't say about my horse Petunia, but it's okay, she'll get there someday. Now we have to wait for the scores to be announced, and I'm going to talk Blue's performance over with my mom while we wait. I have to compliment her horse training skills because wow, just wow. Blue has all those buttons that Petunia just doesn't. Not yet, at least. I do have to give her a break though. She's a year younger and her lineage isn't as impressive as Blue's. And as good as Blue is, I just don't vibe with him the same way as with my horse. You probably get what I'm saying. We came second in the dressage test. I'm so super proud of Blue. He really does deserve the ribbon. However, we still have show jumping and cross country to do tomorrow, so the score isn't final. But I'm really happy regardless of that, because I really had fun doing dressage with Blue. I feel like dressage is seriously underrated sometimes. Hi, it's show jumping time. I'm a bit excited, I can't lie. I hope that this round goes as well as dressage yesterday, and I hope Blue won't spook at balloons anymore. Seriously, he almost gave me a heart attack when I had to survive his powerful rears. My mom told me that he's not usually skittish, but he does have a history of spooking at balloons and other colorful things. But hey, this is a thing you can work on. Blue still has time to learn that balloons aren't going to eat him. I'm going to tack him up, warm up, and then we should begin our jump off. The warm-up is nothing special. I just trot and canter for a bit. Blue doesn't feel excited as yesterday. He's more close to how he feels normally, but that's good, because normally he's just a sweet boy, and I would be very worried for myself if he felt fresh like yesterday, because, well, maybe that's why he's booked at balloons actually.
Wanna visit, are you alive? Or just breathing? Flashing red lights, driving at night, windowless ride, feeling alive. Nothing in sight, forever in flight. Follow those lines, we'll make it this time. Blurry street lights, work as a guide to memories that we're making tonight. Oh yeah, we'll make it tonight. Yeah. I'll do anything that I feel like I wanna do. I'm living life like I got nothing left to prove. No end in sight, just always staying on the move. I'll go all night if that's just what I got ties to.
Our show jumping around went well. We had a few funky distances and lines, but Blue didn't even bat an eye. We had a clear round, which makes me insanely happy. We took it kinda slow and patient, but it paid off. Blue didn't even try to pull me into a jump, and I was honestly expecting that. I'm feeling insanely proud of him, and he's not even my horse. He deserves a lot of treats today. There was a bunch of balloons, and he didn't even spook. Seriously, I have no idea what was wrong with those balloons yesterday. When I made it to the barn, Blue was drinking, so I had to let him finish. But it's good that the boy is hydrating. I didn't film tucking him up because it's just same old. I used the same bridle and saddle that I used in some show jumping, and I put on that nice blue saddle bag.
Race that, everybody's chasing fast. They wanna be that someone on the screen at last. They ain't looking inside for their needs in life. They wanna be liked by everybody in sight. But trust me, being free ain't spotlights. No, it's long nights and it's long fights with yourself all the time to get your mind right. But if you put in the work, you can find the light. Alright, I'll do anything that I feel like I wanna do. I'm living life like I got nothing left to prove. No end in sight, just always staying on the move. I'll go all night if that's just what I got. Life's too short to care about what you can't afford. Memories are rich.
Our cross-country round went even smoother than jumping. It was honestly a pleasure to just fly over the jumps with Blue. It kind of felt like he took control for a moment, but not in a bad way. We had a fast round and we actually made it in time, which sometimes is a struggle in cross-country for me. After cross-country, the final results were announced and we ended up third. Summing up, we placed second in dressage, fourth in show jumping, and first in cross-country. It's a really good score and I'm super proud of Blue. We could have done the jumping a bit better, but I always end up making jumping a bit slow because I want all my lines and distance is perfect, but that's on me. Now that Blue had time to cool off and rehydrate after our run and I had time to change, we're going to head home. I'm just going to get my mom back from talking with people and then we'll be leaving. This video probably is really long already, so I'm not going to yap any longer. I'm just going to say again that I'm super proud of Blue and super proud of my mom for raising such a good eventer. And we're going to head home to SEC. I'm gonna tuck him to bed and then I'm gonna tuck myself to bed because I'm exhausted, but I had a lot of fun. It was a lot of valuable experience for me, and so yeah, that was it. And now I'm just going to say bye and shut up because you probably want to sleep too or whatever. Have a good day and enjoy your next week, whatever. Bye.